Now that's more like it.
Get our $69.99 plan and experience America's most improved customer satisfaction. Only from Sprint.
What we do is important because the nation depends on coal to turn their lights on affordably. We've had so many people in this nation lose their jobs and a poor, sluggish economy, and if we can keep their energy costs low by what we're doing out here, I think that's great. Coal is affordable, it's very efficient, it powers this nation, and we take a lot of pride in that.
It's the first German-engineered Buick powered by an all-aluminum engine rated one of Ward's 10 best. And equipped with a 6-speed automatic transmission that allows for manual shifting with a tap of a gear selector. If there was ever a time for an American Autobahn, this is it. Introducing the sport-injected 2011 Regal from Buick. Let the performance begin.
AC 360 tonight. A first look at BP's Liberty Project. Built to drill the fragile Arctic Ocean. Called the riskiest drilling project in U.S. history. How did this happen? A 360 special investigation. CNN tonight, 10 Eastern.
If we weren't certain taxes would be a big dividing line in this year's campaign, a White House meeting this morning reinforced it. Let's continue the conversation with our panel. Former Republican Congressman Tom Davis of Virginia, veteran Capitol Hill Republican Ron Bonjean, strategist extraordinaire. Are you going to laugh at that now? Paul Begala and Donna Brazil, our CNR contributors. There we go. All right, I want to show you guys a picture. The president called the bipartisan congressional leadership down to the White House today. There he is, Mitch McConnell to the right of your screen, the Senate Republican leader, Harry Reid, the Senate Majority Leader, Speaker Pelosi there, and then John Boehner. And then we have a close-up shot, I believe, of the president engaging in a conversation there. You can tell he's talking to Leader Boehner. The most priceless part of this picture is in the background. That's the president's senior political advisor, David Axelrod, who looks like he wants to be anywhere else on the planet, maybe even in the universe, than in that meeting at the moment. There you see it right there. David looks a tad exasperated. We're told in this conversation, the president told Leader Boehner, I will not let any tax cuts for middle-class Americans expire. Leader Boehner then went on to say, well, Mr. President, you should leave the Bush tax cuts in place. They're due to expire at the end of the year for more affluent Americans. Robert Gibbs, the White House press secretary, saw things this way.
The president said that, as he had committed to in the campaign, he would not allow the tax cuts for the middle class to expire. I'll let Congressman Boehner unwind his eloquent argument for preserving the tax cuts for those that are quite wealthy.
If you read the translation there, he didn't really think it was all that eloquent. Congressman Davis, do Republicans really want to run, on the one hand, saying Barack Obama's run up these record deficits, we need to get them down, and on the other hand, say keep in place the Bush tax cuts for those who make more than $250,000 a year? If you add that up over the next 10 years, it's somewhere in the ballpark of $2 trillion.
Well, I don't know that they do 10 years, but they could do it for 1 or 2 years at this point because you get more economic activity out of giving money back to people. I also want to add, you have to remember, President Obama carried voters making over $250,000 a year. He carried that electorate. I don't think it's going to work.
Despite telling them in the campaign he was going to raise their taxes.
Well, I don't think they believed him. I don't think Wall Street believed him at this point. But class warfare is never a good strategy. It's kind of your last-ditch strategy, and they're trying to, I think, frame it this way going into November. Traditionally, that has not worked, not with unemployment at 9.5%.
Yeah, I was going to jump in and say that, you know, small business owners are the creators of jobs. They're the ones who make over $250,000 a year. And the last thing you want to do is in a jobs recession is attack the job creators. The way to get the deficit lower is to increase economic activity and get the money into the Treasury through creating jobs. And that's a big problem that Democrats have right now.
He ran on this, and Democrats say it's fiscally irresponsible to extend those tax cuts, but taxes has always been quicksand for the Democrats. Do you want to have this fight right now?
Absolutely. It's the fight the Democrats want and need, and it's one the president's clearly spoiling for. He won the election in part on this tax debate. He said, I want to cut taxes for Americans making less than $250,000, vast majority of small business people and 95% of Americans. But yes, raise them, allow the tax cuts to expire if you make more than $250,000 a year. He won that debate. He's going to win this debate. Now, there's some Democrats on the Hill a little nervous in the service here.
Oh, yeah.
But I hope they listen to their leader. I hope they listen to their president. This is the fight the Democrats want. Republicans right now have tried to kill unemployment benefits for people who've lost their jobs because of Republican economics. So they don't want unemployment benefits, but they do want tax cuts for the CEOs. I mean, this is the fight our people want, right?
Preach. This is the fight we want, John.
All the way. Or would you maybe say to Congressman Davis, call the Republican vote,
we
give him for 2 years?
simply cannot afford to allow these tax cuts to continue. They should expire. The president should offer a new package of tax incentives that will spur economic growth, that is aimed and targeted toward the middle class and small businesses, that will create jobs.
All right, everybody's going to stay put. When we come back, I'm going to show you a little trick here. We're going to go over here. When we come back, our panel is going to weigh in, including on the words of one Paul Begala, who happens to be standing at the table. When we go wall to wall, is this political deja vu? We'll match up some words from 2006 and 2010. Do the two campaigns equal each other? Paul's already trying to figure out just what he said. And then later in this program tonight, an exclusive one-on-one conversation with Arizona's controversial Republican governor. Her state's immigration law takes effect on Thursday. She supports it. The president wants to block it. It's a fascinating issue. We'll talk about that. And on our radar tonight, very important story. Some prominent Republican just said no to 2012. Think about it. You know the name. And what do these numbers add up to? 485 million? What is it? Well, it's a jet engine that Congress loves. The president doesn't want it. The Pentagon doesn't want it. It's your tax dollars. Stay with us.
To the seekers of things which are one of a kind, the authentic, the rare, the hard to define, to those who'd climb mountains or sail across seas for the perfect vanilla or honey from bees, to the lovers of orchards where simple is grown, who treat every bite as a world of its own, to those always searching for what's pure and what's real, from we who believe, we know just how you feel. Haagen-Dazs.
Can I have some ice cream, please?
No, it's just for new people. Hey, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Chocolate.
Chocolate it is.
Yeah, but I'm new too.
He's new-er than you.
Even kids know it's wrong to treat new friends better than old friends. At Ally Bank, we treat all our customers fairly, with no teaser rates and no minimum deposits. It's just the right thing to do.